Hey you guys, it's ICI Candy back with another video. Hey you guys, I will just want to provide you with some information and an update with this whole coronavirus situation. As of recently, it's been very confusing for a lot of people as to what to do if they cannot afford testing for coronavirus. There have been many people who have been sick and that have wanted to get tested but could not get tested or weren't sure how to get tested if they did not have insurance. Some of you may be experiencing a lot of the same concerns where you live in whatever city or state you're in. Well, I thought it was really important to share this information. Some of you may already have it, which is great, but for those of you who don't, please pay attention and know how to educate those around you. The woman I want to talk about today is Katie Porter. And if you don't know her name, I'm going to make sure that after today, at least one person knows who that woman is because we owe her. She made it a point that a lot of people will not get tested because they simply can't afford it if they do not have insurance. So she made it a point to say, are you willing, head of the CDC, to pay for everyone? And it was hard. She had to go at him with questioning until she did not back down, until she got him to say yes. We owe it to Katie as to why we in this country are a lot safer and better educated on how to go about getting tested if we are sick. We also have Katie to thank for now not having to worry about the cost associated that she laid out here with testing for the coronavirus. I know this clip went viral, but I think if at least one person that had never seen it see from my channel, I will be happy for putting this woman's name out there. She definitely deserves recognition, and she definitely deserves for everyone to know who she is. Her performance in that meeting with her line of questioning and her being ready and prepared and her relentless questioning for the chief of the CDC was amazing. You've got to check it out here. Take a look.
For someone without insurance, do you know the out-of-pocket cost of a complete blood count test?
No, ma'am, not immediately.
Do you have a ballpark?
With a copay, ma'am?
No, the out-of-pocket, just the typical cost.
I do not, ma'am.
Okay, a CBC typically costs about $36. What about the out-of-pocket cost for a complete metabolic panel?
Ma'am, I'd have to pass on that as well.
You have any idea? You want to take a ballpark?
I would say $75.
Okay, 58.
Getting closer.
How about flu A? The flu A test.
Ma'am, again, I'd take a guess at about maybe 50.
43. Flu, this is like the Price is Right. Flu B.
Too high again. I would probably say 44.
That's good. How about the cost of an ER visit for someone identified as high severity and threat?
I'm sorry, ma'am, what was the question again?
How about the cost of an ER visit for somebody identified as having high severity or high threat?
High severity, but ma'am, that's probably about $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay. That is $1,151. This all totals up to $1,331. That's assuming they aren't kept in isolation. Isolation can add up for one family already, $4,000. And fear of these costs are going to keep people from being tested, from getting the care they need, and from keeping their communities safe. We live in a world where 40% of Americans cannot even afford a $400 unexpected expense. We live in a world where 33% of Americans put off medical treatment last year. And we have a $1,331 expense, conservatively, just for testing for the coronavirus. Dr. Redfield, do you want to know who has the coronavirus and who doesn't?
Yes.
Not just rich people, but everybody who might have the virus?
All of America.
Dr. Redfield, are you familiar with 42 CFR 71.30, excuse me? 42 CFR 71.30. The Code of Federal Regulations that applies to the CDC. 42 CFR 71.30.
I think if you could frame what it talks about, that would help me. I
Okay.
don't relate.
Dr. Redfield, I'm pretty well known as a questioner on the Hill for not tipping my hand. I literally communicated to your office last night and received confirmation that I was going to be asking you about 42 CFR 71.30. This provides the director may authorize payment for the care and treatment of individuals subject to medical exam, quarantine, isolation, and conditional release.
That I know about, and my office did tell me that. I just didn't know the numbers, ma'am, as Congresswoman.
Great, so you're familiar. Dr. Redfield, will you commit to the CDC right now using that existing authority to pay for diagnostic testing free to every American regardless of insurance?
Well, I can say that we're going to do everything to make sure everybody can get the care they need.
Reclaiming my time. Dr. Redfield, you have the existing authority. Will you commit right now to using the authority that you have vested in you under law that provides in a public health emergency for testing, treatment, exam, isolation without cost, yes or no?
What I'm going to say is I'm going to review it in detail with CDC and the department.
Reclaiming my time. Dr. Redfield, respectfully, I wrote you this letter along with my colleagues, Rosa DeLaura and Lauren Underwood. Congressman Underwood and Congressman DeLaura. We wrote you this letter 1 week ago. We quoted that existing authority to you, and we laid out this problem. We asked for a response yesterday. The deadline and the time for delay has passed. Will you commit to invoking your existing authority under 42 CFR 71.30 to provide for coronavirus testing for every American regardless of insurance coverage?
What I was trying to say is that CDC is working with HHS now to see how we operationalize that.
Dr. Redfield, I hope that that answer weighs heavily on you, because it is going to weigh very heavily on me and on every American family.
Our intent is to make sure every American gets the care and treatment they need at this time of this major epidemic, and I'm currently working with HHS to see how to best operationalize it.
Dr. Redfield, you don't need to do any work to operationalize. You need to make a commitment to the American people so they come in to get tested. You can operationalize the payment structure tomorrow.
I think you're an excellent questioner, so my answer is yes.
Excellent. Everybody in America hear that. You are eligible to go get tested for coronavirus and have that covered regardless of insurance. Please, if you believe you have the illness, follow precautions. Call first. Do everything the CDC and Dr. Fauci, God bless you, for guiding Americans in this time. But do not let a lack of insurance worsen this crisis.
Whoa, did you hear that? Bravo to Katie Porter. And I want to personally say thank you. This is what we should have our kids seeing. This is what people should see as a good representation of this country. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I'll go back to trying to educate everyone in terms of what to do if you are sick. They have this all on the CDC website, just steps in terms of preventing the spread of the virus. They want you to make sure that you separate yourself from other people and animals if you are sick. They want you to also, don't just pop up at your doctor's office, make sure you call ahead to let them know. Another thing to know that people don't realize is the people wearing the face masks are the ones that are sick. So you want to be mindful of that. Cover up your mouth when you're coughing and sneezing. Definitely, I can't emphasize it enough, wash your hands. If you are in the home with someone, avoid sharing that drink and taking a bite of that sandwich just for now, because we want to make sure people are not sharing things. Everywhere that's a high-touch surface, make sure you clean it. If you are feeling sick, make sure you monitor how you're feeling. And if any of those symptoms pop up, you're making sure you're doing the right thing. And lastly, if they do find out that you're sick, please, 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 do not leave your home or do not leave to go out with other people until you get cleared. I can't emphasize it enough. I hope this update helps. And for those of you who saw it already, okay, great. I'm glad you saw it. I didn't mind seeing it again. And for those of you who didn't see it, I hope you watched through this entire video so that you can then educate other people around you and you can stay safe for yourself. Just in case you didn't see my previous video, I'm going to put the tips that I gave about washing hands. They say that you're supposed to wash your hands for a total of 20 seconds. So almost like the amount of time that you sing the happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. So I definitely sang that faster than what you were supposed to. Now, here's a tip for you guys. If you're not sure how long it is to wash your hands for 20 seconds, I'm gonna drop a bunch of songs here where the chorus part of the song lasts 20 seconds. So if you put on one of these songs and let the chorus play and wash your hands for that amount of time, you would have satisfied what everyone is asking you to do to prevent yourself from getting this virus. You can thank me later. And I suggest that you give this to your kids, give this to your family, give this to your coworkers, give it to everybody that you know. The main thing that needs to happen is people need to be careful and sanitize and wash their hands. Okay, you guys, please be sure to like this video. Then subscribe, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please join the family. Another thing you can do for me is share the video. Share it to your friends and family if you think that they'd be interested in the topics I cover. And then last but not least, I want you to comment down below and share your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Let's get the discussion popping down below.
Good thing, so I can't let them fuck this up, ready for wedding rings. One of a kind, glad your mind's such a blessing. Future baby mama, if you're ready, you know that I would do it, so don't test me. Looking sexy, you bring out the best me, they gon' copy. Shawty, you the best I've ever had by far, so I'ma treat you better than your last by far. No matter what you do, can't nobody tell me shit about you. I really can't explain the things you do, but it makes me crazy over you. No matter what you do, all I think about is you. And if they got a problem with my boo, then they got a problem with me too.